let's just get started. Also, I've got the press on nails on today, so hopefully there'll be some great tippy tapping. But yeah, tippy tapping, tippy tapping. So the first book we have, I have actually already started. You can see that. And this is The Starless Sea by Erin Morgenstern. The Starless Sea. So I had this one on my mid-year freak out tag as a book I want to get to in the second half of the year. And someone commented saying it was set in December, so it was a perfect Christmassy read. And I think in that video I even said I feel like it's gonna be an autumnal read. However, I promptly ignored all that advice and decided that I wanted to read it now. So yeah, I took this. I went away the other week with my friend to Scotland, and I took this with because she was going for an exam and I was not doing the exam, so I just sat in a cafe and read. And yeah, I started reading it. It just felt like a perfect cafe book to me. Whimsical and lyrical, magical. I've not got very far in, so I don't really know what it's about. Yeah. I know that Erin Morgenstern has very beautiful writing, and she's very concise with her words. I don't know if concise is quite the right word, but every sentence feels perfectly crafted. No filler words. I am enjoying it so far. Not a lot's happened, just whimsy and wonder. We're following this character called Zachary, or Dorian, Zachary, and he finds this magical book that seemingly is writing his own life as a story. And then I think he goes on a quest to discover more about what's going on and comes across this magical underground library. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to reading the rest of this. And weirdly, I was in the mood for winter books. I don't know if it was because of the heat wave or who knows, but it just really felt like reading a wintry book. I'm not a summer girl. Okay, the tapping's too good. Okay. she has lived among the enemy, learning their ways, growing strong alongside their children. When a burgeoning love for the chieftain's daughter lures them both to a hidden spring, a magic awakens in them that could bind the clans under one banner at last, or destroy any hope of peace. By working their intentions into leather, they can weave misfortune for their enemies, just like the fate's pain that haunts the legends of the clans. Ambitions grow in their fathers' hearts, old grudges threaten new violence, and greedy enemies wait outside the borders, seeking to claim the fens for themselves. And though the women's magic may save their families, the legend that gave them power always takes its price. That almost sounds a bit Rumpelstiltskin-y. I love Rumpelstiltskin. Fable. Fairy tale. So again, this feels very magical and fairy tale-esque. I think something about a novella, it gives things that air of a story passed down through time. Like it's something you can imagine being told around a fireplace. I love the tones of the green in this. I'm a green girly, and it feels very July to me, these kind of rich, deep greens. I don't know why. I associate that with summer. I suppose the trees are all very leafy at this time of year. The press on nails do make good tapping. Okay. I don't think my phone lighting likes the candle flickering. Okay, then next we have Ruthless Vows by Rebecca Ross. This is the sequel to Divine Rivals. So, in addition to wanting to read wintry books, I also kind of wanted to read World War I books. This is not real World War I, this is like a fictional World War. But very similar vibes. There's a book that I've really been wanting to read called In Memoriam, but I know that that's going to be really sad, and I just can't handle the sadness at the moment. So I thought this would be good, because I feel like this hopefully won't have a sad ending. I doubt it will. Especially, I think it's marketed as YA, so they tend not to have sad endings. Only the dystopian ones. It's such a stunning cover. So yeah, this is kind of a love story between two characters that they start writing letters to each other, kind of not knowing who the other person that they're writing letters to it's not. It is romantic fantasy. Like it's romance that's set in this fantasy world. But they have very different vibes from what you traditionally think of as romantasy. They're much more rom-commy, I would say. And the protagonists are all middle-aged. And they're much more interesting characters than what you'd kind of stereotypically get in a romantasy, or at least the kind of mass-marketed romantasy. So yeah, each book follows a different paladin and their kind of love story. And I love Dee Kingfisher. She's very good at writing kind of a traditional fantasy setting, like that medieval fantasy with a gothic-y, almost horror-esque atmosphere. Like they're a bit spooky. I eat that up. But then these books have a very light tone to them because they are essentially rom-coms. So I think that mashup of the atmosphere and setting and the light-hearted story, just a bit witchy. I eat it up. So I'm really looking forward to this one. And I was, when I first read the first ones in this series, I don't know if they were traditionally published or self-published or a different publisher had them, but Orbit picked them up and they re-released them in these covers and they are stunning. I love them so much. I think they need to bring back that more painted style cover. It's so pretty. The tapping's too good. I suppose the other books are on my Kindle. Do I keep tapping on this? I'll tap on this for one and then tap on my Kindle for the other. So the next book is The Ministry of Time by Gillian Bradley, I think. This book, I am 60% of the way through. Just can't seem to finish it, even though I am enjoying it a lot. So I definitely want to try and finish that one. That one's following this civil servant and she gets recruited into this special ministry who they've retrieved people from across time to come and live in the modern era, and it's kind of about how they adapt, and each person has a assignee, I guess. And the main character, she's assigned this polar explorer from the 1800s. And then I think there's a light element of romance, but it's more of a thriller, I would say, a literary thriller. There's a bit of a conspiracy going on,